Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. I'm Senior Anthony Alimo, joined here by my color commentator, Caleb Braswell, and we're here to bring you some St. Mary's soccer. We got a good one here, St. Mary's versus Holy Trinity. Caleb, say hello to the people.
How you doing, guys? It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, so starting out this match, St. Mary's clearly has it now.
Yeah, man, it's looking good, yo. It's like, so we got our two stars, Tyler Frey and Tristan.
Ever Romero also playing excellent in the midfield.
And Jaden Cho playing good defensively. It's our boy right now. Eddie is pretty good, too. I'm going to see what he could do today, too.
That's a good save there.
Very good save.
By the Holy Trinity
Very
goalie.
good save. And they kick it off.
Holy Trinity getting way too close to the goal for St. Mary's comfort. Oh.
Great save. Good defense. Very good. Wow. Very close.
Missed goal opportunity
Missed
there.
goal opportunity there.
By number 10, Kenneth Moreno on Holy Trinity.
We're going to have to, tighten up on defense there, Jaden Cho, he's our back end. He's our anchor. He's got to do what he has to do,
Definitely. What do you think St. Mary's has to improve better at that they
I would say defensively, offensively we have our tools, we have our keys, but I just think defensively we have to do better because, if defense wins championships.
Well, we see right now Eddie Ortiz with the ball. Very close to the outline.
Very good.
As it goes
Very
out.
good offenseman.
Arnold at number 12 on Holy Trinity grabbed and wrapped up with it in the corner. Goes out. Looks like it's going to be Holy Trinity ball.
I think Holy Trinity has a lot of keys here, man.
Cho. That was a good play there by
Very good
Cho.
cross.
Hayes passes it over to
Tristan.
Marin. Marin running with it now. Good kick inside.
Good
Looking
kick
for
inside.
Ortiz.
Good save by the goalie. I mean, that was a pretty good opportunity, We just have to keep going at it. We can't settle, Any chance we get, we have to get stops on defense and get those shots on offense.
Caleb, both sides doing a relatively good job here of getting to each other's goals. Something that we know Holy Trinity and St. Mary's will not be comfortable with if the score is raised for one team.
Right. So what we have to do is, like I said earlier, we have to emphasize our defense on them, to make sure they understand that they can't get any easy offensive looks,
Crowd here being electric right now for their home.
A lot of people came out
Gales.
to see. A lot of people came out to support. And it's out of bounds on Holy Trinity, our ball.
Marin doing a good job.
Tristan Marin.
George Arnold into the hands of Holy Trinity. Ever Romero, good save.
You see them very good defensively.
Jaden Cho, the header.
Jaden Cho, the header. Very good. Very good save by the goalie there. All we got to keep doing, man.
With roughly 39 minutes remaining here, Holy Trinity has it at about midfield. Let's see what they're going to do with that. They've gotten close to the goal relatively. And that is no exception, but it goes out.
Goalie ball. I feel like this is our time to score. This is our time to get after it. And we're Jaden Cho, another defensive stop.
Jaden Cho definitely being one of the more active players out there right now. He's gotten a couple of headers, trying to keep it away from their goal as much as possible.
Exactly, and that's all we need. Jaden Cho at it again.
Good takeaway there.
Our star offenseman Tyler Frey has the ball.
Frey over to Ortiz. Ortiz running with it inside. Good idea for the inside pass, but it's taken away by Holy Trinity. Romero comes up with it. Taken away by number 7. Ooh, a little bit of a jump there on that trip.
A little bit of a trip. It'll be Holy Trinity ball.
And this soccer game tonight is part of an even bigger tradition, the fall night game. Every season or so, there's a night game, and right now there's a barbecue going on to the side of us. It's not in view of our camera, but you can definitely smell it here tonight.
All of those hamburgers and Franks, all of that.
It's a great opportunity for our community to come together.
Another great stop.
Vaquero doing an excellent goal job tonight for St. Mary's.
Another trip by Ever. It'll be Holy Trinity's ball.
That was a good idea defensively, but just a poor execution on that part.
Very poor execution. We got to stop turning the ball over with these unnecessary hits. We need more opportunity to score.
Holy Trinity with a lot of goal opportunities within these past 2 minutes. Yeah, but again, another great tip away by Vaquero.
We're going to see how well they cross it here. We need to have a good defensive stop here.
Corner by Holy Trinity. Way too close to the goal, and oh!
And a great save by
Very
Matthew Vaquero.
Very good.
Turns it over, though.
That was the closest opportunity to a goal Holy Trinity has had this entire match, and if St. Mary's can keep playing defense like that, I think they're not going to have very much of a problem.
Yeah. We got to try to get it on offense, though. Great execution by Teddy.
Kiggins kicks it towards the goal. .34 minutes remaining. Looks like somebody's down on Holy Trinity. Number 6, Diego Prieto. Caleb, what do you think of Holy Trinity's offensive execution here tonight thus far?
I feel like offensively they're doing a really good job, and also defensively. For the past, I want to say about 5 to 6 minutes, we've just been them on offense. So they're trying to get every offensive possession they can. But our St. Mary's defense are really pulling it together. They're really emphasizing their defensive strengths, and that's what they're going to have to do for tonight. so they can stay toe-to-toe with these guys.
Do you think the plan should change at all for St. Mary's, or do you think they're doing a good job?
I think they're doing a good job. However, on defense, we need to get the ball on the offensive side. We need to get opportunities to score. I mean, if we play defense all night, we're not really getting any opportunity to score on offense. So we need to get it on the offensive side.
Indeed, it's definitely been on the right side of the field for the past 5 to 6 minutes, as you said.
Prayerfully, the Holy Trinity player that got injured recovers well.
Diego Prieto being carried off by his teammate and a coach. It didn't look like that serious of an injury, but that just goes to show you how even the littlest slips can cause a big mess up.
And it will be Holy Trinity's ball. 33 minutes remaining left in the first half. Holy Trinity's really getting some good shots on us. We need to try to get a defensive stop and get it on the offensive side. Great save by Matthew Vaccaro. Really making some big plays for us this first half. On our offensive side now. And we have a great lead. We're going to see how this plays out if we can get a good offensive possession. If we can score out here early, it will be really, really good. It will be sending a message to Holy Trinity.
Noel Lopez playing defense over there. Maybe a little bit too rough.
Maybe a little bit too rough.
It'll still be Holy Trinity's ball. If you're just tuning in, first and foremost, thank you. 32 minutes here. No scores in this match yet.
Beautiful evening so far. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's perfect weather for our players today.
Definitely a top story in this game would be the way both teams have played defensively. A couple of great saves by Matthew Vaccaro, but on the Holy Trinity side as well, they're not giving St. Mary's any opportunities to run away with it and score on a sort of fast break action. It appears as if though there was a little bit of a controversy right there. Ball rolling back in. With the score being 0-0, it sort of gives off the vibe that both of these teams are not playing with as much urgency as they have the potential to.
Right, and I believe that they're two very well-balanced teams, so it's going to take them a while to really get started, put some points on the board. So it's the first 15 minutes of the game. They need to get started. They need to get warmed up a bit, and I feel like by the end of this half and in the second half, we'll start to see some numbers. Holy Trinity's ball. Not sure what the call was, but
Tricky turnover there by St. Mary's.
Right.
Number 40 on St. Mary's. Esteem, Prophet, with speed down the field. St. Mary's ball, Vaquero ready to kick it off. It's been a long off season without commentating, folks. It's bound to be a great school year, sports-wise, though. We got basketball coming up. We got some volleyball coming up next week.
Basketball is looking really, really good. Volleyball, our volleyball team was looking great, too.
Join us for senior night on what I believe is the 25th when our St. Mary's volleyball team goes up against OLMA. Meanwhile, Eddie Ortiz almost had a good opportunity at the goal there, but goes a little wide right.
I believe that we should get our shots a little bit closer. You know, we're not taking really high percentage shots. We need to get closer to the goal. We need to start getting it to the goalie so he wouldn't have easy opportunities to get saves.
A little bit of a fire now appearing under St. Mary's as we see it's gotten onto the left side of the field for the first time since, well, about 5 minutes ago. But again, that just goes to show you how well Holy Trinity has done defensively to keep St. Mary's out of it.
Right.
Romero to Arnold. Ortiz taken away by number 10 on Holy Trinity, Marino. Marino ready to inbound it now.
Tyler Frey almost had that ball and went right by him, but we really need to get these opportunities. We need to take these opportunities and use them for scoring possessions.
Relatively, this first half has been much of the same thing. I mean, we talked about the great defense and the great offense, but I don't see anything that establishes a tone that both teams are playing with a desire to win immediately.
Right.
Perhaps they're relying on a more close second half.
Right. I believe that, you know, they're not playing with the best sense of urgency, but it will pick up towards the second half, I believe.
Ortiz, though.
Ortiz is really, really getting after it. He's really getting some good passes.
Ortiz right there showing some passion.
Right.
With that speed up and down the field.
He's very quick. Very, very quick.
Well, for his position, he should be, right?
Yes, definitely.
4 St. Mary's players.
Very good play by Kelby to
Yeah, very good.
get the defender away. Holy Trinity retains possession.
Nice kick there
Very
by
nice
number
kick.
7, Da Silva. A lot of missed shot opportunities here on the goal tonight, huh?
Very, very. But like I said, it's, you know, the start of the game. They're going to get warmed up.
Good kick there
Very
by
kick
Prophet.
by We see St. Mary's really getting down there quick.
Arnold. Who's he going to inbound it to? Oh,
Nope, we have a switch. Kelby is taking out the ball. Holy Trinity retains possession once again.
Romero playing sweltering defense on him now. Good double team by Romero and Marin. Eber takes it away. Ever into the feet of George Arnold, taken away by Holy Trinity.
I really think these guys should really take advantage of the possessions that they're getting. We're really getting the ball and giving it right back to them. We really need to get tighter on offense and really take high percentage shots.
St. Mary's looked like they were on a run a little bit now. And look, that was a good takeaway by Michael Hayes, but goes out of bounds.
Very good executed play to stop the fast break.
We got roughly 25 remaining here in the first half. Barbario ready to check it in now for Holy Trinity. Hernandez, nice kick. Taken away by St. Mary's. Romero has it. Romero on the right side of the field. Right over to number 15 of Holy Trinity.
St. Mary's retains possession. Let's see what we can do. Turns the ball over.
Good idea there by Lopez, but.
Very great defense.
And this is the intensity we were looking for, Caleb.
Very. Yes, we need this intensity in order to win this game.
Oh, St. Mary, Holy Trinity rather.
Very great save by Matthew Vaccaro. Very good intensity. I like the intensity. We really got to take advantage of this possession that we're getting.
Vaccaro has been doing an excellent job on goal.
Very excellent job.
He needs to be, though. Holy Trinity is getting there a little too much for St. Mary's.
A little too much and a little too quick. We really need to thank Matthew Vaccaro after this game because he's really saving them. He's really saving the defense some trouble.
Good save there by the Holy Trinity goalie. Both goalies doing an extremely adequate job here of protecting their points. Crowd here loving their hometown Gales. Great defense by Romero. Romero, great idea on that play there. Kelby. Jaden Cho running for it. Oh. Just a little over on that kick by number
Edwin
7.
Ortiz is really, really getting after it. Michael Da Silva is really, really getting a lot of opportunities for Holy Trinity on offense. He's really, really quick. That's what I see. And he really he's really showing a sense of urgency to really win this game. Very great defensive stop by Jaden Cho.
Jaden Cho and Michael Hayes on that play. Incredible. Ortiz over to the other number 7, Da Silva. Da Silva and Ortiz getting into it there.
Really good defensive stop by Teddy to stop their break.
A couple of balls have left the arena recently. One just went into the trees on our right. One earlier in this game went over the St. Mary's High School sign. Maybe a bit too forceful out there, boys.
Yes. St. Mary's will be taking out the ball, I believe. Kelby will be taking out the ball for St. Mary's so we can have our possession. It's 21 minutes remaining in the first half. We're really seeing some intensity with both teams now. And this is what we've been waiting for.
Good breakaway here by Ortiz. Ortiz by the goal. Ortiz inside pass. Oh, into Holy Trinity's hands.
Ortiz is really, really quick. He's really showing a sense of urgency. This is the intensity that we wanted to see. As you can see, Eddie tried to make that cross, but no one was there. But we really need a good idea. Very good idea.
That's what you're supposed to do when you're in Eddie's position.
Yeah, you're in Eddie's position. Somebody has to be there on the opposite side.
Over now. St. Mary's hoping to take this away. Da Silva trips.
Kelby.
Here's Lopez, though.
Very good defensive stop by St. Mary's. But Holy Trinity retains possession once again.
Another player we've sort of overlooked up to this point, Andrew Choi, doing an excellent job on defense thus far. As we see, he's close to the ball right now. Kelby will take it out again for St. Mary's. Kelby over to Ortiz. Ortiz.
Oh.
Not a smart idea
Not
there
a
by
smart
number
idea.
21, Valles. Valles should not have attempted that jump in there.
Holy Trinity gets possession once again. Let's see what they're going to do.
Kid
19 minutes left in the first half.
Kiggins, good attempt there. Kiggins back inside.
Very good stop by Ever.
Hernandez passes it over to his man inside.
Very good stop by Jaden Cho.
Jaden Cho just being a defensive house right now.
Jaden Cho is a guy on defense. He's really, really good. He's really giving them very good pressure on defense.
Well, right now he's the guy they need.
Right. Defensively, we have to stay tight so we can really get those opportunities on offense.
Inside now, Romero. Nice little pass out, and he was trying to get it to Eddie Ortiz, but ooh, nice little goal shot again for Holy Trinity, but again, just a little overhead. Kelby also doing an excellent job here, playing near the goal, stopping Holy Trinity, playing with perhaps some of the best hustle on the team right now. Romero, nice backward kick.
Very good stop again by Matthew Vaccaro.
These kicks are coming a little bit too light for Vaccaro.
Very light.
Ortiz, De Silva has it now. De Silva swarmed by Choi.
Very good defensive stop by Kelby. Tristan has it. Holy Trinity gets possession once again. However, Lopez gets the kick. Oh, they got it right back.
Here's Cho, though. Jaden Cho again.
Very, very good defensive strategy.
Back by the corner. George Arnold wanted to take that ball away. It goes back into the middle. De Silva. Oh, goal! Michael De Silva.
Holy Trinity. Holy Trinity gets the ball rolling here with the goal. 16 minutes left.
A little bit of a surprise. I mean, kicks like that have come to the goal before, even in this game, but De Silva a little bit too quick with the thinking.
Right. De Silva is really, really quick on his feet. He can really get by. You need to really stop him. St. Mary knows who they have to cover and who not to cover.
Now perhaps they'll have the motivation to come back if they can't be motivated in the beginning, even though they were to some degree. I'm sure they'll do a good job trying to bring it back now. Arnold. Romero, nice little move there.
De Silva again.
De Silva has one goal on the night. He tried to make it a second one.
Rally, he's really trying to make it a second one. He's really confident in what he can do.
Looks like we might have our first sub out on the night. Lopez takes a seat. Lopez doing a pretty good job for St. Mary's up to this point.
De Silva again.
Kelby, good takeaway there, but it gets right back to Kiggins.
Goalie's ball.
St. Mary's and Holy Trinity relatively in the same corner for the past minute or so. Well, even though Holy Trinity is up 1-0 with 14 minutes remaining, relatively both teams are still playing with the same energy they had at the beginning. I mean, we've seen one team hasn't been able to really break away mentally as they would have hoped to
Right.
at the beginning.
St. Mary's really has to break away mentally and really get after it. Have the ball rolling for their team on our side.
And even despite being down, St. Mary's defense still doing a relatively good job. We just see the main problem here is that it's been on the right side of the field for a majority of the time, something that St. Mary's doesn't really want.
Right. We have to really get it on our offensive side. And Tyler Frey kicks it, but no one is there. And we really got to stop the turnovers here. Turnovers are really not that great, really not good at all, because we're really giving Holy Trinity another opportunity to score, and we don't want that.
Well, no team would want to turn it over, but as we've seen, even the turnovers don't really matter as much here because, I mean, we take a look. It's been on Holy Trinity's field the whole time.
Exactly.
It all just comes back to the mental game. As they say, soccer, they say this with every sport, especially basketball, but even with soccer, it's 90% mental, 10% physical. And the mental game so far, as we've seen, it's been a little weak for both teams.
Right. Really need to get hit by mentally so you get the ball rolling.
Jaden Cho and Matt Vaccaro comes up with it.
I really like what Jaden Cho is doing out here. Jaden Cho is really an defensive stud.
Up to this point, he's done a relatively good job.
He's done no wrong.
Here he goes now. Pass over to Disclafani.
Tries to get Vincent on the cut. However, it doesn't reach him.
And Vincent Disclafani, the freshman, made a little bit of an impression on the team here in his first year.
Right.
That's good for any freshman to do.
Great for any freshman to do. He's really shown that he has the ability to start. And, you know, he's showing it. I'm just waiting for him to show it right now in this game.
Small dude, big hustle. Maybe he's the piece they need right now.
Yes. Heart over height. Still St. Mary's ball.
I would say about 99% of this game so far, Caleb, has been played by the walls.
Right. It
hasn't been in center field a lot.
Nope, it hasn't been in center field a lot at all. You really got to pick up the pace. Like you said, it's more mental than anything, and we need to really get past that mental state of not having a sense of urgency on the field.
A little bit of pep in St. Mary's step, as we see Hustle has stepped up relatively since the first couple of minutes of this game.
Right. I agree 100%.
I think a weak start in some cases can doom a team, but if they can come back from it, I'm sure.
Right. This is plenty of game left. They only down by 1 point. If they really try to step it up offensively, we'll be right in this game. We're still in it. We just have to get it going.
We can't knock what Holy Trinity has done, though.
You can't at all.
We are St. Mary's students, but we got to give credit where credit is due.
Right. De Silva is really putting on a show. He really has great handle, great control. He's really quick. He can do it all. He's very confident in his ability.
And with that one precedent goal, I'm sure he wanted to sort of
impressive.
break the ceiling that sort of existed for their team at that point. We got 10 minutes remaining here in the first half. Kiggins ready to kick it in now. Nice hard kick over to center. Vaquero, right into the hands of Vaquero.
Vaquero, another great save.
Disclafani, but here's Kiggins now. Good idea by Frey there. St. Mary's ball. Arnold over to Frey.
We're really trying to see what Tyler Frey is going to do, and Tristan and offensively. We really have to. Those are our two best guys on offense, and along with Eddie. We really got to see what they're going to do, if they're going to step up and show their ability.
Definitely some of the offensive captains putting on a display here.
Right.
And even some of the defensive. Jaden Cho, as we mentioned earlier, putting on a great defensive display. Likewise with Andrew Choi, number 28.
I believe that Jaden Cho is very versatile. He can play different positions. He has a great leg. He has a great kick. He's really tough. As you can see, nobody's really getting by him. So if he can keep that up, perfect.
Arnold, nice little kick over to Frey. Frey bouncing with it, goes out. Barbario ready to inbound now for Holy Trinity. 8 minutes remaining. Kiggins. Little rainbow kick there. Goes right to Kelby. Kelby, the nice header right there.
Kelby is a nice header. Jaden with a nice header. A lot of people came out today to support. This is really a great tradition that we do. Have a nice night game. Everybody comes out. Like Anthony said, we have a nice barbecue. Really, really tempted to go down and get a nice burger or a Frank. But you know, it's really great. I'm really honored to have my first commentary with you guys, and it's really great to really start off this new hobby that I want to do during the night game. It's really an honor.
It's truly an honor to have you, Caleb. It's a pleasure to expand. We started this 2 measly years ago, and already it feels like it's blown up into a little bit of a massive following here at St. Mary's, and I'm quite proud of that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We look forward to providing you more commentary coming up in the next couple of weeks. We got a couple of volleyball games coming up next week.
Right, so stay tuned.
Boys and girls basketball coming up in the winter.
Right.
That's sure to be fun. That's what we know quite best, admittedly.
You're right.
And even some lacrosse in the spring, but that's a little ways from now.
Right. Stay locked in.
It only gets better as the year goes by. Kelby passes it in.
Holy Trinity retains possession. Kelby with the hitter. Goalie ball.
Even the youngest fans are getting involved, cheering our hometown Gales on. A little bit of game stoppage there right now. De Silva has it. Kelby, nice little header there. Pass
Another
to
great
Troy.
defensive stop by Kelby. 4 minutes left in the half. Can St. Mary's really get the ball going at the end of the half? We don't know. Well, they got to. We got to really stay in this game. We really got to put the pieces together, see what we can do on offense. We're doing really great defensively. Even though we let up one goal, we're doing really good defensively, and you really got to get the ball on offense.
If you're just tuning in with us, first and foremost, thank you. We got 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. I'm Anthony Alimo. Caleb Braswell is next to me. We're both seniors here. And,
Yes, sir.
well, Jaden Cho, nice little pass there to Hayes behind him. Hayes looking to come away with it. Looks like, oh, great job there by Jaden Cho to get it past the center field position.
St. Mary's ball here. Kelby's taking it out. See if we can do it. See if we can score by the end of the half. 3 minutes and 26 seconds left in the half. Holy Trinity retains possession. Very great defense by Ever. Very, very good defensive strategy by Holy Trinity, so we won't be able to score.
Very smart, but perhaps in a way very risky as well, because if Ortiz had gotten that ball down low, that would have been some trouble.
It would have been a lot of trouble. But it worked in their favor.
Looks like it's a corner kick right now. For which team, I'm not too sure. Oh, but a great save there by the Holy Trinity goalie.
By Holy Trinity goalie.
If there was an opportunity for a goal, it was definitely that one for St. Mary's. De
Silva
against Hayes. Kelby.
Very, very great play by Kelby. 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in the half. We're really trying to see if we can get a score. Kelby's taking it out. We retain possession.
Romero. Cho running with it now.
Turns the ball over. Holy Trinity has possession. De Silva.
This is looking like a good opportunity for De Silva, but it's taken away by Hayes. Good speed there by Hayes.
Very great speed by Hayes. Less than 1 minute and 30 seconds left in a half. Looks like St. Mary's is really going to have to try to come out guns blazing in the second half.
Try to turn this mere deficit around a little bit.
Right. I believe St. Mary's really has to get confident in their ability in this game. They really have to put their abilities to the test. Wow,
Oh,
very, very missed opportunity.
for Moreno.
Swing and a miss. I thought for sure he was going to kick that ball and get it in, but swing and a miss.
And this first half, it looks like it's just about a
First
wind
half, it
down.
looks like it's coming to an end. We really didn't do that bad. We really slipped up one possession, but defensively we're doing pretty good. We just have to really get the ball rolling offensively in this game, and I think everything will turn out fine. We'll really have a great game in our hands.
Cho, forceful kick over to Vincent DeSclafani. Hayes, this first half,
And we end the half 0-1.
Holy Trinity lead. Stay tuned, please. We got plenty of more exciting soccer coming up. St. Mary's going to have to come out, as Caleb said, guns blazing for this next half. Stay tuned, please. I'm Anthony Alimo, talking for Caleb Braswell and our other broadcasting crew. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody, to the second half. I'm Anthony Alimo, Sr., joined by my friend and color commentator Brandon Marsh. Say hello to the people, Brandon.
Hey people, glad to be here. Hope you guys are having a good night. We're here with St. Mary's versus Holy Trinity, second half of the famous night game.
You know, Brandon, first half was full of a lot of stories, mostly, though, defense. St. Mary's defense, good, albeit they gave up one goal, but Holy Trinity doing an even better job keeping it on their side of the field the entire half.
Holy Trinity coming away with a lot of deflections, forcing a lot of turnovers on St. Mary's. St. Mary's is going to have to be a lot more crisp offensively.
Nice
Ever
takeaway.
Romero, takeaway, taken back by Holy Trinity. Ever Romero hustling on defense.
George Arnold takes it away, but looks like something was called. Holy Trinity player ended up on the floor there. There was a brutal injury earlier in the first half. During halftime, someone was taken away on a stretcher. We pray for their speedy recovery. Kiggins now. Oh, wheeling it over to the ref. And he starts off the possession.
Here's Kiggins. Here's Kelby on the inbound. Tries to get it down court. Deflected. In the hands of Holy Trinity now. Arnold trying to take it away, and another flag on the play. A player is down from Holy Trinity.
Couple of rough hurdles. Couple of first minutes in the second half. And Brandon, from what you saw in that first half, what do you think St. Mary's has to do a better job of?
I think St. Mary's has to do a better job of taking care of the ball, making sure that they don't do silly passes, getting ahead to a player that's not there. Just be more crisp offensively, because defensively, although they allowed that one goal, they've been pretty solid the entire night.
Looks like a little bit of a penalty kick here for Holy Trinity. We're going to see what number 10, Moreno, does with it. Oh, blocked by the wall. Good stop there by Ortiz.
De Silva with a shot, deflected by Vaquero. And Vaquero, he has been the unheralded hero of St. Mary's this entire game. Has had a lot of great saves.
Looks like it's going to be a corner kick here for Holy Trinity. Inside. Oh, they had a close opportunity
there.
Kiggins taken away by Hayes. De Silva has it. De Silva by the arc. De Silva, nice moves on Ortiz. Double team now, though. Great defense by Ortiz. Ortiz running with it now. Nice pass over to. Looks like he wanted to get it over to number 23. Oh! Oh! Goal!
What a shot, the hit-ahead pass off the corner into the goal by St. Mary's.
Oh, my Lord! The Hail Mary goal in a way. Who expected that to go in? The answer is nobody.
And St. Mary's going wild after seeing their home team score that amazing goal.
Oh, and there goes the pep in the step they desired in that first half. The crowd is riled up here. Everybody loves it, including these two commentators, huh?
Very nice. Here's De Silva, hit ahead pass. Almost taken away by Arnold. There's Romero with the great defense, taking it away.
Frey to Arnold. Arnold. Frey with speed. Oh, can't get it.
Can't get that pass. A little too far ahead. Frey, aggressive defense. Trying to trap here. And St. Mary's gets the ball.
Kelby sends it off. A little bit too far that time. Nice block there by Cho, but it ends up in the hands of Moreno anyway. Holy Trinity, Moreno. That looks like Disclafani. Good defense there by Lopez. Lopez sends it over. Ends up in the hands of Frey. Frey.
With speed.
Nice little kick
Coming
there.
down.
Ortiz in the corner. Oh.
Unable to keep possession. Great offense by St. Mary's right there. Just unable to get that pass off. Holy Trinity trying to get up court, and it ends up out of bounds. Romero on the takeout. Romero hounding defense, and the flag is called.
That was a good defensive play there by Romero, perhaps a little too rough as number 10 Moreno ended up having a little bit of a tumble. He just kicked it in.
Hit ahead to De Silva, hounded by 3 St. Mary's players.
Good takeaway there by Hayes, but it goes out of bounds yet again. De Silva
Silva with the quick inbound.
to Hernandez. Hernandez back to De Silva. De Silva had that first goal in that first half. We got about 38 minutes remaining here in the second half, the final half of the game. Vaquero doing a great job on the goal tonight for St. Mary's. What do you think of the Mary's defensive game so far here, Brandon?
I think defensively they have been very active, very intense on that side of the floor, often hounding the Trinity's players. Here Mary is on offense.
Jaden Cho has it now. Jaden Cho, a powerhouse in that first half.
Here's Calby with the header. Arnold once again on defense.
Here's Disclafani. Looks like it might have been taken away there by number 5, De Busto.
Inbound taken away by Trinity.
Here's Moreno. Moreno, good steal there. Here's Cho. Cho into the hands of Frey. Frey out of bounds. A lot of stoppage time in this game thus far. Kiggins, overarching shot there to nobody.
Here's Hayes on the takeout. Back in the hands of Mary's now. Nearly taken away. There's Lopez, very active. And it's going to end up as Mary's ball.
If you're just tuning in, score is 1-up. 36 minutes here remaining. I'm Anthony Alimo, joined by my fellow commentator Brandon Marsh.
Here's Arnold once again, making his presence known on the defensive end.
Disclafani, the freshman. Holy Trinity comes up with it, but Lopez is there to stop it.
Getting it back on their offense's end has been key for Mary's this half.
Definitely a little bit of back and forth here now. Ball is in different places at once, it seems.
There's this Sclafani getting out of bounds. Holy Trinity ball.
Good defense there by Vincent Discofani.
And St. Mary's forcing a turnover in that corner. Great defense by Discofani.
It's definitely been a tale of defense here in this second half. St. Mary's stepping it up incredibly, not allowing Holy Trinity to get anything that they've wanted. De Silva,
Handling the ball.
great way to stay with it.
There's Lopez. Nearly taken away. Here's Cho with the takeaway. Up to Discofani. Trying to get it inbounds and can't handle it. But you gotta love the defensive intensity. Holy Trinity on the inbound. Great keep away from Calby once again. Hearing his name a lot because he's playing some excellent defense. Trinity's once again on the inbound. Right at the top of middle field. And the flag on the player. A little overzealous by John Luis.
Strong kick by Moreno. It's in by the goal now. Just a little bit over.
Great hit-ahead pass by Moreno. Here's Frey with the ball. Tries to get it back. A little miscommunication. Saved by Romero. Off the head of the Holy Trinity player.
Romero checks it in for St. Mary's. Ortiz.
Look at the speed by Discofani. My apologies, John Luis.
Kiggins on the takeout. And there's Moreno to get it. Moreno, great defense there by Cho. John Lewis. Ortiz trying to get it. Instead, it goes into the hands of Frey. Frey. Ooh, what's the call on that play?
Seems like a handball was called right there. Gonna end up as Mary's ball.
Cho, strong kick inside. Just a little bit left of the goal. He had the right idea to get it to one of his teammates on that play, but it just didn't turn out as he expected. 31 minutes remaining here in the second half.
Romero getting away. Discofani trying to get it. Kick into high gear on offense. John Luis trying to get it to Discofani. Discofani coming down the left end of the field.
Great hustle there by Discofani. Nice moves here by Holy Trinity. Holy Trinity.
One-on-one. Look at the hustle.
Great defense there by
Great hustle.
Hayes.
And the save by Vaquero. St. Mary's putting it on for the home. Putting it on for the home crowd right here.
Kelby and Romero. Kelby, nice pass. Ends up in the hands of Barbario. Cho. Ortiz. Ortiz has it now. Sweltered by De Silva. Looks like George Arnold gonna have a nice opportunity at the goal there, maybe for a pass, maybe for another goal.
Arnold on the inbound. Hit a head pass. Right in the deep of it. And the player is down for Holy Trinity, it seems. Holding his ear.
That might be John Luis on Mary's, actually. A little bit of confusion here tonight for both the teams, blue and green. One team is supposed to be wearing white, but we proceed anyway. De Silva over to Moreno. Back to De Silva. Taken away by Marin. Tristan Marin doing an excellent job here on the defensive end for Mary's.
And even though they're called for the flag right there, you gotta love the intensity of the defense by St. Mary's all the time. Relentless. Holy Trinity cannot catch a breath right now.
Kiggins. Right into the hands of Arnold.
Arnold once again with a great deflection. Back again into the field in the hands of Cho. Up ahead to Marin, one of Mary's premier scorers.
Disclafani by the wall. He's going to check it in now.
St. Mary's with good position. Calby on the inbound.
And as we've said earlier, this soccer game is only 1/3 of how beautiful of a tradition the night game has been for our school community for the past couple of years. There's a barbecue to the left of us. There's great crowd energy.
Just a great night to be out.
We as commentators have to enjoy it, of course. The spirit of the game is one thing about being a commentator that cannot be beat.
In the hands of Trinity right now.
Good D here by Lopez. Right over to Marin. Marin to Ortiz. Ortiz and De Silva fumbling with it. Looks like it's going to be Holy Trinity's ball.
Holy Trinity on the inbound. Caught and snatched by Vaquero. Vaquero getting it up the field.
Andrew Choi and John Louis coming up with a great way to stay up there for John Lewis.
And that ball will go sailing out of bounds.
That makes 3 balls that have gone out of the arena tonight. Brandon, what do you think Holy Trinity has to do to close this game out? Or St. Mary's?
Well, right now, Holy Trinity has looked like they have not matched the energy that St. Mary's has been putting out since the end of that first half. St. Mary's has been coming out, getting to the loose balls, playing for a lot more intensity, and to really get the upper hand, Holy Trinity has to match that intensity, quite honest. Here's Arnold.
Joe Arnold. Over to Ortiz. Ortiz, clear shot at the goal. Oh, decides not to go for it, thinking it would be in the hands of the goalie automatically. Oh, good defense there by Ortiz. He had the right idea to try to get that ball away, but it ends up being a little bit of a foul.
And you gotta love the sportsmanship by Ortiz, trying to help pick the opposing team's player up.
Kiggins into center field.
Here's Vaquero once again. Very active on defense.
Not letting any opportunity slip up for sure. Cho, nice header. Over to Arnold. Arnold, Ortiz. Ortiz came close to a goal earlier. Marin, double teamed.
For it.
Kelby, nice header there. Goes out. With 23 minutes remaining here in the second half, both teams kind of want to pick it up to gain the last advantage for the win. Both teams, in a way that they did similarly in the first couple of minutes of the first half, have kind of settled into their positions now. We sort of want to kind of see more of the intensity that we had saw when this half started. Good takeaway by Vaquero. He's ready to start the play for his team. Kelby ready to inbound it now for St. Mary's. And he does.
Once again, back in the hands of St. Mary's. Kelby once again the inbounder. Tries to get the cross pass. No good. And it's in the hands of Holy Trinity. Coming up the court with speed.
Is Moreno. Good pass to idea. Good idea to pass there to Velez. Sorry about that. But it goes out of bounds. Velez over to Moreno. Moreno. Nice in the center field. Kiggins. A little bit of a high right shot.
And the defensive impact by Hever Romero has been felt this entire game through. He's been very physical, not afraid to get in collisions with the other team. He's definitely an enforcer for St. Mary's.
And as we saw earlier in the first half, they needed someone to play that role, sort of, and Ever did a great job of that, and he's doing an even better job here in the second.
Arnold with it. Tries to hit that to Kelby. A little behind him.
Here's Teddy now. Teddy taken away by Kiggins. Kiggins trying to run that break. Great defense here by Arnold, but Kiggins is a little bit too fast. Looks like it's going to be a corner for Trinity. Right over for Moreno. Moreno. Nice idea then, but a little bit of a poor execution on their part. Great takeaway there by Romero, but it ends up in De Silva's hands. Kiggins. Ooh, good play here inside by Trinity. Vaquero, good save. Very close to a header goal there.
Now here's Kelby hustling, trying to get that loose ball. And that will go out.
Make that 4 balls out of the arena. We might see an overtime period here, Brandon.
It's been a very closely contested game so far. Neither team can really get advantage of the other team. They've both been poking each other, trying to find out a weakness, but
with 20 minutes, whether through luck or skill, another goal perhaps is bound to come.
back in the hands of De Silva on the inbound. Taken away, poked away by Arnold. Hounded by Teddy right here. Lopez using his body to defend that. And here's great position. And Vaquero with the stop.
Great stop there by Vaquero. Great save. Kiggins came close to that goal, a little bit too close to St. Mary's liking. And now it's in our side of the court. Ortiz running that. Oh, great deflection there by Ortiz, but it ends up back for Holy Trinity.
Taken by Marin.
Marin.
Long shot.
Oh.
What a save by the Holy Trinity goalie. Gotta love the offensive execution by Maris, though. Clean look by Marin.
Now the game is starting to develop a little bit of a consistent pace. Previously we saw it was spotty at some points, but now fast game all throughout these next 17 minutes that we got.
Corner inbound for Maris.
Nice little corner kick in there. Oh, good idea there by Ortiz. It's still in there. Oh, Jaden Cho leaves it.
And a great opportunity for Maris to score right there.
Looks like it might be a corner for Mary's. We're going to see if they can score on this opportunity.
And even if they're not scoring on all these opportunities, the fact that they're creating these shots, which are great shots for themselves, has to put a little fear into the hearts of Holy Trinity.
Good kick there by Kelby. However, they couldn't capitalize on that corner. Here's De Silva running it. De Silva, Hayes right next to him. Hayes, good takeaway there by Hayes. Still Trinity ball, but great hustle intensity. Arnold is on him like glue. Teddy takes it away. Not quite. Valez. Good takeaway by Lopez. Marin.
And a tough hit taken by 18, the Holy Trinity, William Sanchez.
Moreno ready to kick this ball in. Will this be a scoring opportunity? Nice little corner kick there, but missed opportunity for Trinity. 15 minutes remaining exactly in the second half. Nice kick there by Kelby. Hayes putting the moves on him. Cho, Ortiz now.
Taken away by De Silva.
Ooh, great defense by Marys. Ref calling something on Trinity. Believe it will be in the possession of St. Mary's.
Gotta love the intensity by Hayes right there. Not afraid to get tripped up in that altercation right there.
A little bit close to the goal here, going out. Arnold's going to secure it.
There's Choi trying to advance the ball, but no Mary's players to be found. And Teddy and Hayes just harassing the Holy Trinity offensive players. Here's Romero trying to get in front of the play, and the flag is called.
Someone's down. It might be De Silva. Oh, yellow card distributed, I believe, to Romero. He had the right idea defensively, but the execution led to a little bit of a penalty. That was De Silva that was down for Holy Trinity.
And De Silva has definitely been the most important player for Holy Trinities tonight, being the fire starter for a lot of their offense and doing the little things on defense as well.
And he had that one goal in that first half.
Great play from De Silva tonight.
De Silva with the opportunity. Oh, a little bit too left there.
Trying to advance it to De Silva.
De Silva and Vaquero one-on-one on the goal here. Oh, taken away by Hayes. Hayes goes over Teddy's head.
There's man with the clean pick. Trying to advance, it gets taken away.
Moreno sweltered by the St. Mary's defense here. De Silva keeps it in. Nice little pass over to Kiggins. Kiggins near the goal inside. No one was there to secure the play. Mary's ball. 11 minutes and a half remaining here in the second.
Romero with the takeaway.
Holy Trinity starting to lose a little bit of their offensive composure. A little bit of a miscommunication on that play.
They'll want to get that together with a little more than 10 minutes remaining in the second half of this game. Show with the kick ahead. In the hands of Marin. Hit that pass to Troy, a little too far ahead. And on up being Holy Trinity ball. Show.
Here's Moreno now. Moreno, nice little opportunity there at the goal. Nice save by Vaquero. Vaquero yet again being a defensive savior.
And nearly anything has gotten into Vaquero's house. He's been holding it down.
Disclafani, well, now it's Arnold. Arnold going over to Holy Trinity's side of the field. Da Silva and Hayes wrapped up with it now. Good kick there by Hayes. Great defense. Marin
Trying to corral it.
Barbario just kicks it to the corner. Ortiz over to Choi. Choi. Arnold trying to get it inside for his team. Moreno comes up with it for Holy Trinity. A little bit of a far pass, and it's going to end up in the hands of Lopez. Lopez to the wall.
And you see both teams employ that kicking it to the wall to stop the other team from getting an easy opportunity as a goal. Want to make them inbound it.
Valles almost had that opportunity there for Trinity. This could be a nice opportunity for Trinity, but Vaquero not watching the ball instead. He secures it. Whilst we have this dead time, I feel it would be appropriate to remind our audience, if you're just tuning in, that a couple of our upcoming broadcasts include volleyball within the next couple of weeks. And then in the winter, we look forward to broadcasting both boys and girls basketball, JV and varsity both. And then in the spring, which is a ways away, we don't have to worry about it quite yet, lacrosse. It should be an exciting year of sports for our St. Mary's community. And we'll be there every step of the way. Da Silva, nice long kick. Arnold. Moreno. A little bit of an open space there. Disclafani. Barbario. Good D there by Ortiz.
Ortiz up the right side of the field.
He's running with it now. He has an opportunity. Ortiz. Ortiz inside. Oh.
Marin.
Marin goal!
Goal!
St. Mary's takes the lead. What an opportunity. Capitalized.
And with that, St. Mary's takes a 2-1 lead in this game.
With 7 minutes remaining, is that the closer? Only time can tell that. Hayes. Solid kick there, but it's over to Trinity.
Inbound stolen by Marion. Lob pass. Taken away by Trinity. The hustle by Cho almost gets the loose ball. Players tripping and falling. And the flag on St. Mary's right there.
As you said at the start of the half, Brandon, St. Mary's needed to be a little more crisper with that offense, and I think they just capitalized on that opportunity. With that incredible goal by Marin, it goes to show you no opportunity has been wasted here for St. Mary's as of late. Moreno, nice little kick inside. They're trying to tie it up as quickly as possible now. Oh, Vaquero! Oh, it's another goal! They tie it up again, 2-2.
And the follow-up by Kiggins. Right there, able to pick up and score that goal.
Well, apparently, that goal did not count. I believe there was a little bit of an interference there, and the goal has not counted. It is not tied up 2-2. St. Mary's still has the lead 2-1. I apologize for that mistake.
Here's Romero. Up to Ortiz. Right corner. Hit ahead. Taken by the goalie of Holy Trinity. Here's Lopez working to get it onto Mary's side. Lopez once again.
As the game winds down here, you would expect the intensity of Holy Trinity to be at an all-time peak, at least for this game. St. Mary's still playing with a little bit of a fire under them. Close to the goal here, Ortiz. Good kick away by Barberry.
Lopez.
Disclafani trying to get it to Marin. Cho with a nice backwards kick there. Here's Ortiz by the corner. Looks like it's going to go to Holy Trinity. Lopez, great defense there by Lopez.
Lopez shielding off right there. Tries to get it out. Quick inbound by Holy Trinities.
With 150 remaining, they want a quick goal here. They can't afford anything else. Disclafani over to an empty field. Although number 30 on Holy Trinity, Prieto, Thomas Prieto. To Moreno, to Barbary, to De Silva. De Silva quick up the field, but it goes out.
And a save by Vaquero.
That was a quick pickup there for Vaquero. Another example of how he's been a sort of defensive hero for them tonight.
Here's Kelby. And they call a handball. Holy Trinity quickly trying to get into formation. They need a quick score right here. Trying to get the game back into the control.
With 46 seconds remaining here, the final seconds of the game. De Silva, it's in his hands to tie this thing up. There's the opportunity.
And outside of the goal right there by De Silva. Great shot, just a little bit off right.
And with a chance rioting from the St. Mary's bleachers. 17 seconds remaining. It looks like that's how this game is going to wrap up.
And time has been stopped right here. Looks like Holy Trinity is going to end up with possession and a free kick.
Moreno with 10 seconds exactly left. His opportunity to tie this thing up for the game starts to wind down. There it is inside.
Blocked, knocked away, and you hear it from the crowd. Here's Ortiz.
Ortiz! It's done. It's done.
The game, people.
St. Mary's with a stunning victory, taking that lead off of Tristan Marin's goal. Oh, it's a great night game here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And I thank you for tuning in with us. What a stupendous victory. For Brandon Marsh, Caleb Braswell, my fellow commentators, and our excellent camera people, Thomas Portnoy, Anthony Laterza, and Max Manoni, I'm Anthony Alimo. Thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for more broadcasting from St. Mary's. Good night, and God bless you.
We out.